Growing up, it was clear that my dad expected me to move out as soon as I turned 18, so I didn't tie him down, but now he's getting remarried and wants me to attend his family unity ceremony, but none of them are really family to me. My dad is engaged to his partner of 2-ish years. They moved in together last month and their wedding is in December. I, 17M, am my dad's only bio kid. His fiancée has 3 kids of her own. Her kids are younger, like under 10, maybe they're even all under 8, I'm not that sure. They decided they want to do a family unity ceremony and have it be about becoming one family instead of the 2 of them being a married couple. His future stepkids are excited by the idea and want to take part. I don't and won't take part. I already explained to him that I'm not interested and can't be talked into it. He asked me why and pushed for me to reconsider. He told his wife and she's freaking out because her kids have this idea that they'll get a big brother out of this marriage, and my dad and her told the kids will be real siblings once the 2 of them are married. All of this despite the fact I really don't know her or her kids. I have really only spent any real time with the kids twice, and it was more me trying not to be a jerk than me wanting to spend time or get to know them. I think that, and I think that's obvious because I don't know their actual ages. Some background to explain some relationship dynamics, because I'm sure there are questions. My dad raised me alone. My mom took off when I was less than a year old. I don't remember her. I don't remember her being around. Her family wasn't around or in my life either. I didn't have a lot of family besides my dad growing up. Except for one of his siblings. And for most of my life dad was a good dad. But when I was maybe 11 he started preparing me for the fact he wanted his own life and travel the world, and when I turned 18 and I'd be on my own. He talked about how I should not expect to see him very often and to expect we might not see each other for years sometimes, and how he doesn't want to be tied down until he dies. That he would call or answer calls when he wasn't busy with life. He said some stuff that made me believe he resented the fact he raised me alone and had to change his life for me. He never actually let up on that. He talked about it so much that we started to fight, and I told him I got it and he was done being a dad at 18, and he told me I was being dramatic. I argued that he told me I could go 5 or maybe even more years without seeing him and he didn't want to be tied down. That he might even ignore calls so he could live life. I told him that sounded like he wanted to stop being a dad. He told me I focused on the wrong parts. When we argued about it other times he said that he wanted the life he missed out on and he wasn't waiting around for me to be ready. That I'd land on my feet eventually and I wouldn't be his kid anymore, I'd be his peer. Which he then said I picked up wrong. But basically for years I have been prepared to leave at 18 and not have my dad in it. Then he met his almost wife and all that talk about traveling the world was gone. He started to become a dad to her kids. He was spending time with them and building a life with them. Eventually he tried to include me, but that was only really in the last 4 or 5 months. But I've ignored it. I did babysit twice for them. Once when his almost wife was rushed to hospital, and the second time when his almost wife had a follow-up surgery for health issues she has. My dad has tried to argue that our family is growing and I should be trying harder to be included in it. I told him that won't happen. And if he wants whatever half our relationship he planned to have with me before then, he needs to accept that. That I'll come to his wedding if he wants me there, as long as he accepts I won't be a part of that ceremony, and if he can't accept it then I won't go, and he'll need to accept that. His almost wife heard us talk it out and she said I'm not taking the 11 good years into it and I'm punishing her children for my dad not being perfect, and that isn't fair to them. She told me a good person would be glad dad decided to stick around and love the new people, especially the kids, and want better for them. Am I the jerk? And for full disclosure, I have about a month to go until I'm 18 and my plan is to move out that day. Update. I debated posting my update and I still might chicken out, but I'll write it out and see whether I post or not. I know people wanted an update and I was asked to talk more about what my plans were. I shared some details in my original post, but things have changed because I moved out. Technically kicked out. On the day I made my post I had plans to sleep at a friend's house. Once I got there my dad sent a text saying his partner was rushed to the hospital again and he needed me to babysit again. I told him no once and that was it. A few hours later my dad asked where the hell I was and why had I said no when this was an emergency. He sent multiple texts, but when he realized I really wouldn't babysit and had stayed wherever the hell I was, he went off on and he told me if I won't babysit and be there for the family then I better stay gone. He texted me the next morning, yesterday technically, and said I was not living under his roof after that stunt and to stay the F gone. I knew he meant it, so when everyone was out I went to the house and grabbed everything I had prepared to leave with when following my plan exactly. That included all the important documents I had, clothes and anything I bought or that was given to me by people who aren't my dad. It was basically all ready to go anyway and I got in and out without a fight. My friend's parents are letting me stay until I can follow through with my original plan, which was to get somewhere with a friend locally until we all graduate, and then some friends and I will be moving state. We've been working on this for a long time now. Honestly, I've been working my butt off to save money to be able to leave regardless of whether I had help from friends, but having them definitely helps. My dad sent more texts since I grabbed all my stuff. He tried to guilt and shame me and talked about how much the kids needed me and I wasn't there. But he also let out way more of his resentment toward me, and it confirmed what I already knew about him. He doesn't regret the way he treated me since I was 11. He meant every word he said. And that he expected me to pay him back for raising me. But I won't. I'm not staying to be treated like garbage. He still wants me out of his house and he reminded me that I was not welcome back. That he better not come home to find me there ever again. So that's my update. It's been a crazy day/couple of days and I got so many comments on my post. Way more than I expected. I know a few people tried to convince me that he really did love me and didn't resent me and was trying to make it up to me. But after all this I'm more convinced he resents me and the trying to include me lately was an act to make me someone who could do stuff for him. I don't believe I ever had the dad I originally thought I had. Because I don't think an actual good and loving dad would shut it all off one day for no good reason. Things have changed a little but I'll keep working toward my plan. I'll also make sure I make it up to my friends' parents because I know this was unexpected for them and I'm grateful they let me stay. Commenter, so glad you got everything out. Regarding your mom, you only have his version. Your mom may not have abandoned you like your dad told you. Your dad is abusive and let's get this straight. You do not owe him a thing for being raised. Keep all of the text messages in case you need them. Get through school and then please attempt to find some of your mom's relatives and make sure she is here. Your dad showed his true colors. Don't ever fall for a nice act from him. Might never go over there or ever be alone with him. I would believe nothing he said. I think he is possibly lying about your mom.